Welcome to the Deep Dive, where we cut through the noise to get you up to speed on the breakthroughs that matter.
Great to be diving in today. We're unpacking the latest in AI for AI Brief, episode 184.
Yeah, our mission today is pretty straightforward. Get you quickly informed on some really groundbreaking AI stuff happening right now.
Stuff that's set to reshape, well, everything. From genetic research all the way to how you build apps or just manage your day. Think of AI as this huge force multiplier right now.
That's a great way to put it. So we'll kick things off with Google DeepMind's AlphaGenome. Its impact on genetics is just wow.
Then we'll look at Google's open source Gemini CLI, Anthropic's new app building tools for Claude.
And we'll finish with a quick rundown, a rapid-fire round of other key AI updates and some trending productivity tools you'll want to know about.
Let's get started.
All right, first up, DeepMind's AlphaGenome. This feels like a massive leap forward from Google DeepMind in genetics. I mean, the speed alone is shocking. They've apparently compressed what would normally be decades of complex research into just a 4-hour training run. 4 hours. My jaw just dropped hearing that. How is that even possible?
It is pretty incredible, isn't it? Basically, AlphaGenome is built to predict how DNA mutations affect things, but across sequences up to 1 million base pairs long.
1 million. Wow.
Yeah, and that's like 100 times longer than what older tools could handle. It sort of brings together thousands of different molecular predictions into one tool, and somehow it still outperforms many specialized models. The speed comes from really optimizing deep learning for genomic data specifically.
Okay, so it's faster and more comprehensive, but is it actually being used, like, in the real world?
It is. There's a great example where researchers used it with leukemia patients. It helped them find these specific mutations that were basically flipping the switch on cancer genes that should have stayed off.
That's incredible impact already.
And it's efficient, too. Uses about half the computing power of their previous DNA model.
So connecting this back for everyone listening, why is this such a big deal?
Well, it fundamentally changes where complex biology research happens. It moves it from the slow, careful work in the lab onto the computer.
Right.
This means scientists can test out genetic ideas, hypotheses at a scale we've just never seen before. It dramatically speeds up that hunt for mutations that cause diseases. It's not like a crystal ball predicting everything perfectly.
More like a super-powered assistant.
Exactly. It's like getting this incredibly powerful first guess. Instead of months in a wet lab testing a few possibilities, you get thousands screened computationally, pointing you to the best places to focus that traditional lab work.
Yeah.
It's a massive force multiplier for science.
That really does change the game, moving from slow observation to rapid exploration.
Precisely. It lets researchers ask totally new questions faster.
Okay, so AI is multiplying force in science, but it's doing the same for developers, right? Making software creation faster, more accessible.
Definitely.
Which brings us to Google. They just made Gemini 2.5 Pro way more accessible with a new open source terminal agent, the Gemini CLI.
Yeah, and the free usage limits they've set are honestly really generous. You get 60 requests per minute and up to 1,000 queries a day. Totally free.
Wow, 60 a minute?
Yep. And apparently Google set those limits after their own internal use doubled. So they seem pretty confident people will find it useful.
And it sounds packed with features, too. It's Apache 2.0 licensed, which is important for open source. Supports this thing called the Model Context Protocol.
Which is basically like a standard way for AI apps to talk to other tools and data. Think of it like a USB-C port for AI.
Okay, good analogy. It's got bundled extensions, custom project config files, Google Search grounding, plus it can handle files, run commands, even integrate with Imagen and Veo for images and video.
That's right. And it ties into Code Assist using that huge 1 million token context window from Gemini 2.5 Pro, which, by the way, is top ranked on the web dev arena right now.
That 1 million context window is key, isn't it? It lets the AI understand so much more code at once.
Exactly. It helps it give much better, more relevant suggestions, especially for bigger projects. And that model context protocol makes it part of your workflow, not just some isolated tool.
So with all these features, the open source nature, the free access, what's Google's angle here? It feels like they're trying to undercut competitors like OpenAI and Anthropic.
Oh, absolutely. It's a strategic move. They want to pull developer workflows into their ecosystem. Making it free and easy is the hook.
But isn't there a risk? If it's open source, what stops developers just taking the code and running with it outside Google's cloud?
It's a calculated risk, for sure. They're betting that the convenience, the ecosystem, the continuous updates on their platform will make developers want to stay. The open source part helps get past those enterprise security hurdles too. It's basically a land grab for developer loyalty, hoping the benefits of staying outweigh the freedom of going completely independent.
Makes sense. Okay, so staying on this theme of empowering more people to build with AI. Anthropic's making moves too. They've upgraded Claude so users can create and share interactive AI apps just from text prompts, using something called artifacts.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. You basically just describe your idea like, build me a tool to analyze this data or create a study guide generator. And Claude does the coding and builds the interface.
And they've shifted the cost model.
Right. The end user who uses the app covers the cost through their own Claude account. So the creator doesn't need to worry about API keys or paying for usage, which is a big hurdle removed.
Seems popular. Free users can create and share, pro and team get more features. But they're saying over 500 million artifacts have been created since last August. That's a staggering number.
It really is. It shows there's huge demand for this kind of thing. While Claude is already popular for serious coding, Artifacts is kind of pushing this idea of vibe coding.
Vibe code.
Yeah, like it's got this smooth UI. It encourages you to just build stuff, even if you don't have a deep coding background. It's less about perfect syntax, more about intuitively getting your idea into a working app. Lowers the barrier quite a bit.
Interesting. So let's get a bit more perspective. Michael Gerstenhaber, who leads Anthropic's API platform team, he works with some big names like GitHub Copilot. What's his take on where AI is heading?
He's got some great insights. First, he really sees coding as the ultimate test for AI, because it's not just for software engineers anymore.
Right. You mentioned researchers, bankers.
Exactly. As he says, everybody writes software in the modern world. So AI that writes code can fundamentally change the whole economy, not just tech.
That's a profound thought, AI learning the language of creation itself.
Right. Second big point. AI is a huge force multiplier for solo entrepreneurs.
How so?
Well, if you're a great coder, but, suck at marketing, an LLM can write your copy. If you're great at ideas, but can't code, AI gives you the technical ability to build a product. It fills those skill gaps.
That really democratizes starting something new. One person can potentially do the work of a small team.
Absolutely. Third thing he mentioned is how prompting is changing. It used to be all about giving super detailed step-by-step instructions.
Yeah, I remember those days.
But now, the models are smarter. Often, you get better results giving a broader prompt and letting the AI sort of think through the problem itself. Less hand-holding, more guiding its own reasoning.
That requires a different kind of skill then, trusting the AI more.
Exactly. You focus on framing the what and why, not detailing the how. And finally, he brought up that model context protocol, again, the USB-C port for AI apps. He emphasized how it lets AI tap into a company's own data securely, not just its training data. That's crucial for real business integration.
That secure access to proprietary data is definitely key, but also probably the biggest hurdle for companies worried about security.
For sure. The tech is there, but building trust and the right security practices within organizations, that's the next step for widespread adoption.
Okay, we've hit some major developments, but the AI world moves fast. Let's do that rapid fire round of other important updates. Quick takeaways.
Got it. First, Postman launched an AI readiness hub. Basically, tools and a plan to get your APIs ready for AI agents to use them. Big signal there.
Next.
Higgsfield AI released Soul, a new photo model focused on high aesthetic realism. Think better-looking AI pictures, easier to generate.
Creative Commons unveiled CC Signals. It's metadata for data sets, letting owners say how AI can use their work, important for data rights.
11 Labs upgraded its Voice AI, Voice Design v3. More expressive voices, way more languages over 70 with good accents. Great for global content.
OpenAI added connectors for Pro ChatGPT accounts. Lets you pull in data from Google Drive, Dropbox, SharePoint Box right into ChatGPT.
Getty dropped its lawsuit against Stability AI after separate fair use ruling favored Anthropic. Could mean less legal heat on AI image generation.
And finally, Amazon's adding AI features to Ring cameras. Things like AI-generated text summaries of video events so you know what's happening instantly.
Phew. That's a lot happening.
It really is. Okay, last thing. Let's quickly spotlight some trending AI tools that are making noise right now, just the core function.
All right, 11 Labs app puts their AI voice tools on your phone. Airtable AI. Build custom enterprise apps for automation without heavy coding.
Gemini Robotics, an AI model for robots that works locally, no internet needed, big for autonomy.
XBOW uses AI for offensive security testing like an AI red team. Runbear. Build AI agents easily for Slack, Teams, HubSpot, no code required.
Phoenix is AI for the whole film, pre-production pipeline scripts, storyboards. Masonry, AI agents to automate workflows and boost productivity.
And 11i. Build your own personalized AI voice assistants with lots of integrations.
Wow. Okay, so wrapping up, it's clear AI isn't just about new gadgets. It's fundamentally changing how we tackle big problems, right?
Absolutely. From cracking genetic codes faster to building software differently to just making daily tasks easier, it really is that force multiplier we talked about.
So the thought to leave you with today is, how could these force multipliers boost your ideas, your challenges?
Yeah, what becomes possible for you when tasks that used to need a lab or deep coding skills or just tons of time can now be tackled with AI? Something to think about.
Definitely. We hope this deep dive was useful. Please follow the Deep Dive and AI Proof on your favorite podcast platform so you don't miss future updates.
And if you found this helpful, please share it with friends or colleagues who might want a quick way to get up to speed on AI. Thanks for listening.